It is your classic metal show, believe it or not. And this is the head bitch in the house, Neeley, along with my other bitch in the house, Chris Aiken. What's going on, bitch?
What up, bitches?
Jesus, Chris, really? Really?
Love it.
Yeah. No wonder your wife divorced you.
Well, then it worked.
Drove her right out of the house.
Like you said, got 99 problems, and that bitch ain't one, that's for sure.
Right.
Hey.
Right. Well,
what's up, man?
Well, we are back.
Yeah, we are.
We had a what I would consider a successful week last week, and the downloads were screaming, and the publicity was doing well, and things were rocking in the cyber world, I guess.
Yeah, we did some damage this week.
Yeah, we did well with our last segment of the show last week with the political correctness out of control.
Yeah, what did we do? Like 1,300 downloads?
Yeah,
or something?
1,300 downloads just on the Spreaker.
And then 400 or 500 more on YouTube.
Yeah, it was like 538 the last time I looked, and then who knows what was on the iTunes.
Yeah, so we probably, that segment alone probably hit 5,000 listeners.
Yeah, easily.
Nice.
So good segment. It was passionate. I enjoyed the interaction with the guys who called in and were part of the discussion last week.
Sure.
And well, things did not change in the world of the O&A group, aside from the fact that Anthony is doing his own thing. But regardless of that, it was a good catalyst for what we did last week.
Sure.
And we got some nice commentary from various people. In fact, our good friend Bob Nalbandian just hit us up here just before the show.
He did. I saw that.
Yeah, so he said he enjoyed that segment thoroughly. So,
goody.
Well, hey, it's nice to hear from Bob.
I know. Bob's always welcome to come on.
Sure he is.
He's another one of them bitches that's allowed in here.
Right. He's another bitch in the hizzy. Mm-hmm. I'm too white for that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right from you.
It doesn't sound right from me. I'm too white for that.
Well, does it sound good from me?
No, not really.
Oh, I sound fake too.
Yeah, you're as much of a poser as I am.
Yeah. The only difference is I do like some of that music.
Well, sure you do. That's why they're on the show tonight.
Right, because you hate that shit.
I'm not into that. That just never resonated with me.
Love it.
So, but you don't dig the modern style rap that goes on. I know you're more old school with it. And do you listen to the current stuff today?
Not even a little.
See?
And it's funny because when I went to Rock on the Range, I went with my buddy Scotty, and he listens to rap. That's his music. And so he kept sneaking it on the Sirius or the XM or whatever. And he was just like, "What do you think of this tune?" Dude? I was like, is it over? I just couldn't fucking listen to Lil Wayne or, Mellow or whatever these fucking bands are called these days.
Right.
It just doesn't work because they don't rap on the beat.
Right.
I like the old school when they rapped on the beats.
Yeah. Well, I've met your friend Scotty on a couple of occasions. Don't know him real well. I know him well enough to say, "Hey, how's it going?" But that's about it. How do you think he relates to the current rap scene? Because he's definitely a very white boy himself.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think he takes away from that?
I don't know what he takes away, but I know he's been into it since he was little. It was just the kind of music that he was in. You know how when we were coming up, we were into the hard rock and the heavy metal. He was into the rap stuff, and he's just kept growing with it.
Right.
I don't know how he can now with this fucking, crunk juice bullshit, but but he's into it.
Sure. Well, I think what turned me away from it was probably the late 80s, the early 90s when it started becoming very prevalent on MTV mostly, and the dance clubs, because I worked in a club in the late 80s, early 90s, and
right.
It was becoming more and more of a demand that we start integrating more of that style music, because a lot of it was dance oriented.
Right, sure.
And you had people like obviously the most commercial successful guy that did a rap was MC Hammer.
Sure.
And then, then you had
LL and
LL Cool J and, Knock Your Mother Out. That was always a big one. And what was the other guy who had that? What was his name? I just saw his name pop up today on an article about one-hit wonders.
Not Vanilla Ice.
No, well, him too. He was like the first notable white guy.
Okay.
To do a rap, but I'm trying to think of the guy's name.
Rapper? Grandmaster Flash or
no. He was more. I don't even know how to categorize him. I can just something about. Hey, it's something about a girl dressed in yellow. Come on over and see me, you fine fellow, or something like that.
Young MC?
There you go, Young MC. That was another one that got played in the club a lot,
Tone Loc?
Tone Loc was another one. Only he was almost listenable. I mean, granted, what he was doing was kind of poppy, with the whole funky Cold Medina.
Yeah, well,
but it was listenable because it was very rock oriented.
Yeah, and he was soft. Him, Young MC, and Will Smith were the three that were like the soft, nice guys.
Yeah, they were the dance music guys.
Right, they were the friendly rappers.
Sure. Yeah, they weren't the gangster guys at all, but they entered. It was the whole dance club scene.
Right.
And that's on certain nights in the club that I worked at. We had to have one or two of those nights, mostly on Wednesday nights, which was ladies' night, which the beginning of the night was when they had they either had the LA Express or the Chippendales dancers come in on Wednesday.
Yikes.
And it was a closed off room for the ladies only.
Right.
And then after the Naked Man show was over, then it was all open for everybody. And as in any club business, where the women are, that dictates where the crowds are at.
With heavy emphasis on the dick part.
Right. So
wait a minute. So you were DJing when the Chippendales were in there?
No, I didn't DJ on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I was just curious if.
No, I did the weekend shifts. I would do the Fridays and the Saturdays, which were the rock nights.
Okay.
We would have more often than not, we would have live bands come in, and or it would be just open music night where we would play just all rock.
Okay.
But Wednesday night was definitely the ladies' night, the dance night where we would play all that stuff, the Young MCs and the MC Hammers and the Vanilla Ices and all that stuff.
Right. Okay.
Because the chicks wanted to dance.
Sure, they did.
And
shake those big rump shakers.
Exactly. Right. So that's what brought the girls in, because they had to, and at the time that. What everybody was doing, that stupid thing, the electric slide or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We called it the stroller music or whatever. They would all do that stroll thing.
Right, sure.
And that just drove me nuts.
Give it to me.
Well, there was another one. There was a stroll song that Lisa Stansfield, I think.
Lisa Stansfield?
Yeah, I think she did some type of music. It was. Let's see, what was some of the other ones that was ruling the day back then? This was like 1990, right about 1990.
Parents just don't understand.
I don't know. It's
just, that one.
It's been so long.
Yeah, and you've not listened to any of these songs, not one.
Oh no, not since I left California. I think that was probably the last time I heard any of that stuff.
I'm looking up Lisa Stansfield. I don't even know who that is. She was a singer?
Yeah. She was a solo artist.
I'm not familiar with Lisa Stansfield. And it doesn't look like Spotify is either. Oh, here it is, Lisa Stansfield. All right. Let's see what her big hit was. Would this have been her big hit, you think? All Around the World?
I think that might have been it.
Let's see what this is. Maybe.
I don't know where my baby is.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's give it a listen.
Find him. Somewhere, somehow. I've got to let him know what I'm atmosphere. I'll never give up looking for my baby.
I remember this song.
Of course you do.
Fucking horrible.
Oh yeah.
You had to be in the club and listen to all.
Oh yeah.
4 minutes and 26 seconds. Of this
Well,
shit?
the thing is the club that I worked in was a multimedia club.
Okay.
So they had big screens on, I'm talking like 20 by 20 foot screens on all four walls.
Right.
And we had the projector videos. And so the club subscribed to the video service that when the music videos came out that MTV was playing, we could play them in the club.
Okay.
And, obviously came with the music. So, another one was Cool Mo D.
Cool Mo D.
Remember that?
Yeah, the guy with the Bret Hart looking glasses.
Cool Mo D. And then, what was that? The Escape Club, Wild Wild West.
Now, that's horrendous. Wild Wild West?
Yeah.
Can't take it.
I know. So that was all lumped in there as far as I was concerned. And, I realized that, since we're kind of on this subject of body count,
sure.
They were the more, street rapper guys.
Sure. Well, Ice-T was, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because at the beginning of the show, I played that one clip from Sam Kinison.
Right, I heard.
Talking about shooting rappers and stuff, and
Yep.
and Ice-T happened to be in the audience.
That's awesome.
And he says, "Ice-T, everybody!" And he stood up, and I was at that show.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was just like 2 sections over.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, never had a big interest in that at all. Not at all. But you are a few years younger than me, so that kind of might have been a little more of an influence for you.
I'm going to be honest. Those songs that we just played there, none of those were popular with me.
Well, I'm not saying the dance stuff, but I'm just talking about that kind of ushered in that whole genre of rap. Everybody was doing some kind of a rap.
I mean, I was actually, the first one that got me into rap was definitely Grandmaster Flash.
Right, and that was early 80s.
That was way early. I was a young kid, and I had Girls Love the Way She Spins.
Yeah, that I think that was even late 70s.
Yeah, I had that tape. And then from there, LL came out, and I was a huge fan of LL Cool J. I actually saw LL. I was like the one white face at an LL show.
Right.
And I was like 14 years old. It was at the Agora, the old Agora.
Right.
I was like, damn, here I am, and just rocking out to LL Cool J.
Look at you.
Yeah, I did. I loved rap back in the day. But you know how I am, though, man. There's no music I don't like.
Right.
But yeah, I'm but even like now the only stuff I like is the old school stuff and the real hard stuff. I guess it was last summer already now, but last summer I went to that big rap show with De La Soul and Ice Cube and LL and I forget who the fourth. Oh, and Public Enemy was the show, and we actually walked on LL because he was so soft and pussy compared. He really was like a soft show and was just like, I'm not staying for this shit.
Look at Angel of Death. Chris was a wigger.
Still am, baby. Down there.
Chris was a wigger.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Dude, I make no bones about it. And NWA, I could listen to NWA every day today.
Right.
And probably do at least once a month. I listen to some NWA.
Sure.
Always. I love it.
Well, Angel, if you have a problem with Chris being a wigger, there's no wigger in this boy here, so feel free to bring that fine ass over this way.
I'll show you some of that wigger white dick.
Nice. Well, anyway, you had a roommate at one time.
Yeah,
that you were legally bound to.
Yeah, but she left after 23 years of paying rent or not paying rent.
Right. And I recall a situation. I don't know if I can talk about that. I can talk about
You
this.
can talk about it. I just can't.
I recall a situation that you had a collection of rap CDs that you were basically going to peddle to one of the local music stores there, sell them online at eBay. Because of, owning the Music's Bottom Line, you got all kinds of free music. Mm-hmm. And you would sometimes part with that music, via the eBay or, the local record store that would take trade-ins.
Okay.
And it was my understanding, I wasn't a personal witness to this, but it was my understanding that you had come home from a hard day at work, just wanted to sit down, have a peaceful meal at the dinner table, and found out your roommate had raided your desk area and disposed of all your rap CDs that were going to be basically sold or traded in.
Well, I think legally this is the point where I'm supposed to say, I wish her well and I hope she's happy. Okay.
So that's just something I remember hearing about, but that's what legend is made of. Is you have no concrete proof of it. You heard the stories, and you just wonder how much truth to that there was.
Well, there's just a such thing as like a legal agreement that says that I'm not allowed to confirm or deny this story at all.
Oh, really? Does that it's specifically geared toward that specific story?
No, but it is geared for a specific time period.
Oh, I gotcha.
From May of 1989 until June of 2012.
All right.
That time period and speaking of that roommate, is really not allowed to be done.
I see. All right. Well, it was just something I had heard. It was rumor. I mean, it's what legend and lore is made of. And
well, I certainly can say without any legal problems that I can fully believe that you heard that.
Oh, okay.
Because, I would imagine that your hearing works. So I would imagine that you probably did hear that story, probably in real time, if I had to guess.
Right. Well,
but I can confirm or deny nothing about the truth or validity of that claim.
Right. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.